Bill Britton.
Here.
Tony Cox.
Here.
Bob Garrett.
Here.
John Hofer.
Here.
Keith Jackson.
Here.
Chris Jarvis.
Here.
Matt Lacy.
Present.
Tom Rush.
Here.
Dan Winter.
Here.
All right, first order of business is public comment. Anybody got anything they'd like to share with the board this morning? Glenn, I'm over here. I want to make sure you get my good side.
Okay, let me get a real good close-up of you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You got anything you want to share with us this morning?
No, I hope everybody's fine.
Thank you very much. Same to you. All right, if there's no comments, the minutes are in your package. Any corrections or additions to the minutes?
Make the motion.
Second. Motion second. To approve the minutes, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, minutes then is approved. Moving right along, Amy, looks like you're up.
Okay, hopefully, everyone except for apparently Matt received their financial statement package, and I apologize for that. But November financials, not a lot out of the ordinary going on. You'll notice we have posted the audit entries which were minimal. One of the things that is different because of the audit, if you look in the net position, there's restricted net position of $133,000. That is equivalent, if you look up in the liabilities, which is really an asset, but the pension asset there related to TCRS. That's really the only big difference on the balance sheet. On the income statement, normal, nothing again out of the ordinary there. We did receive in December the money for the land lease, so that's in your rent. That's a little bit higher than normal. Otherwise, standard being just under $37,000 for the month of the income. Year to date, $90,000. Of course, that does include the capital expenditures, which will be capitalized at year end.
Questions or comments for Amy? You got anything else besides those reports? No good story or joke that you brought to the, okay. Tom, what about our investment portfolio?
We moved $400,000 to the LGIP general account. The yield there after their fee is 2.22. We did check on opening another CD. They have a relationship requirement. They have a checking relationship. If you don't believe that, the CD rate is about 2.14, which is lower than the LGIP. So we selected to move the money there. We also have a CD in the brokerage account that matures next week, and so once that money comes in, we're going to take a second look at moving some more funds.
How much is it?
$65,000.
Might as well just leave it in the account. We got this, whatever this crazy thing is on the 5th and the 14th and the 25th, or whatever that, leachate deal.
So,
Didn't it cost $400,000, estimated to cost $400,000?
then we got another
What are we getting on the, overnight?
1.4, is that correct? Yes. And then we have another, the final CD in the brokerage account matures in April, so all that money will be in April.
How much is it?
120.
And then that'll close out that account.
Correct.
And of course, we can transfer money within 24-hour notice from LGIP, so,
Yes.
you know.
All right. Let's keep rolling right along with the agenda. And Dan, what have you got for us?
We have not had our TDEC inspection for the month. He will probably be here next week. It's very unusual. He usually hits the week of our meeting. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the board for allowing us to purchase the receiver box. We've got it in rotation now, and it's helping out considerably. Recycling, yes. Also, some things been on this week. Dennis and I have been attending technical sessions. With the new suit training and stuff, we are required to, any of our extra things that we offer at the landfill, such as tire convenience centers, convenience centers in general, transfer stations for recyclables. We are now, have to have someone certified on site. We can train our employees, but at least one person from our site has to be, have to hold a certificate. And we've done that this week, about 2 daily classes. I guess the next thing I've got up is the 973 Cat engine. It's through a rod and a crank tube. It basically destroyed the block, is why this engine is so expensive. We have no core to trade in. This machine is considered a backup to our compactor if it goes down. Also, the state requires us to be able to have something on site within 24 hours if our compactor has a backup machine.
Can't get a machine in 24 hours.
You can't get a
It's
compactor.
impossible.
Well, this is not a compactor.
What they consider this as a,
Well, I just know 4 years ago, before we had a compactor, we had a 973 and a 6, and that was it. How did we get around it then?
bail deal.
Still packed it.
We have a compactor on top of it now that we don't bail it.
The 973 was considered the compactor at that time, what you didn't bail.
What's it cost to rent a machine for a month?
You can't
973.
rent, you cannot rent a
They don't make a
garbage, a
973.
waste handling machine.
Right, but I mean, I just, something equivalent to the 973, what's it cost to rent a month?
10, 12,000 a month.
There's no question, we should, 2 months and pay for the machine or pay for the engine.
I mean, if the compactor's going, we need to trade it too. It's gonna break down 2 months.
It's mechanical though, things do break down. You bust a line, pump goes out.
Very well, or it's mechanical.
Also, that machine is used in other aspects of well, carrying rock and stuff on the side. I mean, it's not just, but that is the main thing, is they do require us to have.
Did you
a
not
backup
wanna
machine.
sell that a couple of years ago?
Pardon?
Did you not wanna sell the 973 a couple of years ago, said it was, didn't have a value? 2 or 3 years ago?
I'm not a fan of them, no. It beats the alternative of having another compactor on site for $400,000, $500,000.
Well, it's useless with no motor.
It doesn't compact, but in one spot.
How many hours does the machine have on it?
It has 14,000 hours on the machine.
Okay, other than the motor, pretty good shape?
It's got some smaller issues with their handling.
Got decent undercarriage on it.
Undercarriage decent?
I make a motion that we put this motor in for $27,000.
Can we not get one more than that?
I'm sure we can, but that's the best price we can get.
Have we checked with anybody besides Cat?
Yes.
Who?
There's none out there. We've searched the internet. Since they do not make that machine anymore, and also Caterpillar's got out of the truck engine part of it, that is an obsolete motor to find. We can find larger horsepower, that's a 239 horsepower motor. I can find 400 plus, but I cannot find that one. I've had Heavy Equip searching, we've searched the internet, and that's why we were looking at the used one versus the new one, because we couldn't find the new one. The new one came in after the fact, after I'd already contacted Tony, that we could get a new one in.
Will you all put the engine, take the old one out and put it in, or Stowers do it?
We will do everything but run they've got to set up the computer on it, and there'll be a trip charge involved with that. They'll have to sit
But
there
y'all
and see it.
will install the new one?
We got a motion, is that right? Got a
I make a motion.
Got a motion and a second. Purchase option number 2 for $27,777.11. Any other comments?
Is there any other option?
We had the used one with 10,000 hours at $19,000. That was the other, that's the only two options I've been able to come up with motor-wise.
All right, the used one's got more than 10,000 hours
Yeah,
on it.
it's
What's the
already
line
ready
for
for
that?
rebuild, 10,000.
At 12, you're looking at rebuild.
It's a no-brainer.
We should have rebuilt this.
All right, any other comments?
It is not a no-brainer.
All right, call the roll.
Compared to
No.
these two, it's a no-brainer.
I got nothing to do with it.
All right, we got a motion, a second on the floor. Call the roll, please, to purchase option number 2.
Mike Bell,
Yes.
Bob Garrett,
Yes.
John Hofer,
Yes.
Keith Jackson,
Yes.
Louis Jarvis, Matt Lacy,
Yes.
Tom Rush.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move forward with that. Got anything else, Dan? I was trying to remember, maybe Dan or Bill, the grant application we put in for the convenience center. Were we supposed to hear about that this month, or am I just remembering? February.
I've actually talked, I've had meetings with Tim the last couple of weeks, kind of crossed paths. He said it's looking good because they have contacted him for follow-up information. It means it's probably looking good that we should receive it.
Okay, so we should hear a formal announcement next month.
He also wanted me to inform the board that the APR's information will be due here shortly for diversion and so forth.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bostic, what have you got for us today?
Okay. The plans and specs for the leachate line and the dam soup compliance items, and the flow metering required by MUS are ready. Tony, I sent you are you gonna put that, will you put that in the paper? Do I need to take care of that, or if you wanna just put it on the website? I'm not sure how you wanna.
We can put it on the website, but if you need anything more than that, go ahead and do it.
I don't think we need anything more than that unless y'all, your requirements are. We're gonna have a pre-bid at the site on February 5th. Bids are open 14th, and then we'll have your recommendation at your meeting on the 15th. And, as part of the bid submittal, we're requiring the bidders to, submit a qualification statement. We've got some forms in there they've got to fill out so we can make sure they're qualified to do it. The fourth quarter landfill gas monitoring report was submitted to TDEC. The off-site monitoring that they're requiring with the action plan we had to submit, which is required monthly. We scheduled that with 2 of the 3 homeowners, and then one of them called us at the last minute and said they were sick and didn't want us to come by. So we'll probably do that next week. The third homeowner, we've had absolutely no luck contacting. Dan has tried to contact him. I don't know if he's out of town or what the issue is, but we're gonna go ahead with it and just let TDEC know. We hadn't, at this point, we found nothing in those houses. So, and we just let TDEC know we can't contact him. The damage monitoring well, we went over that with Geos, who gave us the best price to do that, and we submitted their repair plan to TDEC for review. Then we'll need to get them a PO to go ahead and move forward with that as soon as TDEC blesses their plan. I talked to, I guess it was Patrick Mullen at TDEC, and he said we ought to have something next week or so. And that's really about all I had this month. That's all. Y'all got any questions?
Any questions or comments for Mr. Bostic? Oh, happy this morning, or asleep one, I'm not sure which. All right.
Rainy Friday. Another one.
Another, yeah, and it's gonna be cold. All right, unfinished business. We had several months ago, and I was trying to remember when, and didn't do a good job of that this morning. The board voted to prepare and submit an RFP to look at other options for operation of the landfill. We've been trying to work on that. I apologize. We've had other things going on with the city that have kept my Joey for being able to pick that up. Joey has begun work on that, and we've got some questions with regard to scope. Joey, kind of brief us on what you've got and some of the issues we're looking at.
Kind of laying it out and needing a little bit of direction from the board on ensuring we've got all the information that you desire in the RFP. But it lays out and gives the history of the landfill, the availability of capacity remaining. And as I was putting this thing together, just clarification, and clearly we're looking at a request for privatization. So, is that privatization just operations only, or is the board looking at the potential of even selling the location? So that's item number one. Within the selection criteria, as I have it laid out currently, clearly from my mind and research, it goes back to you want strength in operation, the strength of the organization, as well as their knowledge of all things solid waste and landfill related, looking at key personnel that they would assign to the landfill. Should it just go straight privatization? It's operation for operational purposes only, and then some exploring their financial strength and long-term success, and looking at the portfolio. In my mind and research, those are keys that the board should consider when they seek the RFP and evaluate the proposals that's received.
When we were kicking this around the office trying to get the document prepared, which means Joey's doing the work and he fills me in every now and then, the idea of selling the facility, I'm not sure that this board has the authority to do that on behalf of the governing body. So I have a question in my mind where we even have the ability to do that, and we probably would need to have some conversations with the commission and the council before we move forward with getting serious about that. But we thought it'd be worthwhile to come back to the board to get some direction so we weren't going down the wrong rabbit hole. So what are your thoughts with regard to this RFP and where we need to go to get you the information you want?
Did we, I don't think we'd ever talked about selling it. If we did, I missed that.
I guess that's the question of defining privatization.
I don't know, I don't think the sell question, I mean, you don't buy it, why would we?
Well, I thought maybe you wanted to pick it up.
If you'll take a check, I'll buy it. I'll post date a couple of years, I'll do that. Use it whatever you want, $40,000 days for it. But I don't think we have, why would you investigate selling? We just, the original intent, in my opinion, I made a motion, I believe, that was to look at options for another operator. Not that we picked one, but we want to see feasibly what it could be. We got a lot of, Steve, the last number on the expansion, what was it? I know there was two.
Yeah, we looked at two different options though. I apologize, I don't remember exactly what they.
I figured the math up on it, and there were I don't know, but based on what the expected yardage was, it was gonna cost us one scenario was $18 just for the construction per yard. Our hard costs now probably, not counting amortization, various other things, probably even a lot more than $18. So we're looking at, to operate it, we're looking at, in my mind, $30, maybe $50, $55. I don't think it can stand that. If we go with an expansion. The other one was less, but I can't remember, I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's what, it doesn't matter. But from a dollar and cent standpoint, it didn't, the expansion just doesn't, well, we do it, we borrow the money and build it, but it doesn't, it's not, if we can get it done cheaper, another different way.
Well, the numbers that I used were straight contract numbers.
Understand.
So if you do a lot of that yourself, that price is gonna drop
There again, we
Sign,
still
but-
have a cost in it. We
Oh,
got
yeah, yeah,
equipment cost in it, we just, the only thing we're leaving out of is the profit.
yeah.
And, but let's just say it brings it down to $12. Okay, now that we're at $32 hard cost, then it's probably, we'd have to raise it, but close to 50 that way. The tipping fee, I don't know, I think there's a lot that would look at it for doing it less than 50. That was my reasoning for doing it.
Well, Joey, the RFP with your current rough draft has bid to operate and sell. We could take out sell and leave it just operate under contract would be the RFP. Is that the board's desire is
Let
to?
me ask you this, Tony, could you say if, or sale if desired?
And that's the language I've got in
If we're
there.
making
If.
this contingent on the thing selling, hell, we just stop it now. We're gonna buy it then. Why would they?
So, in terms of the scope, it currently says operate under contract with an option to sell, or option to buy.
Correct.
Again, I'm not sure we have the authority to do that, we'd have to clarify that. But is that the direction the board wants to go? Is that what you want us to prepare and put on the street for?
With an option to buy, I don't have a problem with that, I think that would work.
Yeah, I've stressed in there currently, if the proposal is to purchase as well.
I think if you have that option to buy, you're gonna upset a lot of people in the community, though. That's for sure.
We don't do anything that makes financial sense, and we hurt somebody's feelings.
Well, just speak for yourself.
I am.
I know you are. I don't think it should be in there. I think it's causing trouble because we're not gonna do it anyway. However, if it is for sale, you can set a price nobody can afford to buy, so put it in, you don't care. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
All right. So, we're trying to get a scope down to get something on the street if you wanna go on the street.
Cut the sale part out now.
All right, so if we take the option to buy, sell out of the thing, we're looking at a contract for private operation of the landfill. So that would change, we'd go from a staff-driven thing to a contracted service. Is that what you want to put on the street and see what prices we get?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, let's see, does that mean that, for instance, if somebody from North Dakota wanted to come down here and haul the trash to North Dakota, they don't have to put it in that landfill, is that correct?
Yes, it's still leave that option in that proposal for them to submit on the proposal and you all
Make sure
decide
that's
that.
understood by everyone,
So,
please.
yes, it's open to all parties.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so is that what you want to do? Get Joey to tweak the thing? Do you want to see the RFP before it goes out?
Yeah, I think we need to.
Do you want to prepare it, bring it back next month?
That could, or maybe if he gets it done, we could have a short special. If it's somebody's, yeah, work it out on anybody's calendar.
I'd like to make a couple comments. Number one, I've been through this, and it started out successful and ended up a disaster with the wastewater plant. I think if we've got a good operation going on at the landfill, we're got an expansion in progress. I personally think we're wasting our time, and I'd make a motion that we don't go forward with
If
it.
we're wasting our time, why don't we just go ahead and see?
I'd like to make a motion that we stop and we don't waste his time. That's my opinion.
He's got it done. Reasonable, change
Well,
forward.
I make a motion, we don't do it.
All right, I have a motion on the floor to not do the RFP. Is there a second?
I second that motion.
Motion second. Comments? The idea would be to put this on the shelf and let it sit. Is that, any comments, questions? All right, given the import of this issue, let's call the roll, please.
Mike Bell,
No.
Bob Garrett,
Motion to,
Motion to not do it.
yes.
John Hofer,
No.
Keith Jackson,
Yes.
Louis Jarvis,
Yes. No. No. No.
Matt Lacy,
Yes.
Tom Rush.
Yes.
All right, so, my ciphering's correct. The motion passes,
Not to do it.
then the RFP is not gonna be put forward at this time. Is that correct? All right, any other unfinished business to come before the board? If not, we'll adjourn, we'll see you next month.